is Shirley from Shirley's World. I'm going to try to do a little video with this GoPro camera. I don't know how it'll go, but I'm up here in my photography room. And I'm going to photograph some things I got from Michelle's bag. Sorry. This piece is a maxi sparkly dress. It's called After Dark, and it's sleeveless. It's just a dress. I don't know if it had a jacket that went with it, but it didn't come with the jacket here, so I'm just going to photograph it this way. I have my phone that I use for the camera, and I have my lights on. Photograph in the square mode for eBay. So I'm just going to do some photographing here. I take pictures on this carpeting, real thin carpeting. It's indoor-outdoor carpeting. It's the same carpeting that Chris uses on Daily Refinement, and I found it in Home Depot exactly where he said it would be. I usually have this on a string where you can just flip it, but obviously it wasn't. Because it's so long, I had to put it on the nail up here. Hope you can hear me, because I know that the camera or the voice microphone on the GoPro is not very good. So just a few more pictures of the back. There's a big pleat down here. And that's all. And then I take it in the other room. This will not be, of course, put in a bag. This will be measured up here and then hung. So I'll put my little string back up on my nail. This makes it easy to flip things in. You just hang the hanger on the string. So it's easy for this carpeting. I can just pin into it. If I could figure out a way how to make this slanted, things would lay on there without even pinning them. They would kind of stick to the carpeting, but I haven't figured that out yet. That's how I photograph things up here. I load up a bag and then I'll go downstairs and measure, and then they'll be ready to put on drafts for tomorrow. I already drafted the things, 8 things for today. Not drafted, I made live the drafts that I did yesterday. So I already listed my 8 things for the day, And now I need to draft 8 more to put in my draft bank. I wish I could get, I should do 10 things and keep putting two things in my draft bank to keep building it up, but I never seem to do that. So I'll meet you downstairs. Okay, I'm downstairs. I forgot to tell you that I found 4 shirts that I used to use for when I would photograph men's suits. And since I'm not doing that anymore, I found 4 men's shirts, dress shirts, that I can now list. So I'm going to, I photographed them, and I'm going to measure them and put them in the poly bags. Plus they were all ironed and everything for when I used them to photograph the men's suits. So they're not anything special, but they were mostly non-wrinkle. Some were Stafford, and I think one was two were Stafford, one was Van Heusen, and this one doesn't really have a name. Tricholine. I think that's more about what it's made out of. It doesn't wrinkle at all. It's sort of slim fit too, so that's what it has going for it. I won't get much for these, but everything's worth putting on. Everything sells eventually and sells for something. And since I have 4 shirts to measure or to fold, I got out my shirt folding little thing here that I love. Actually, you put it on back. You put it on face down, and you put it on so that the collar's a little bit above. Everything has to be within the blue. So you turn up the bottom so it's within the blue, and you fold over the arms so it's all within the blue. Make sure you're in the middle. Make sure the buttons are in the middle. And then you just flap, and flap, and you come out with the perfect folded shirt to put in the poly bag. It's worth getting out if you're going to do more than 2 or 3 shirts. I don't get it out if I'm just going to do one. I just hand fold it. If I'm going to do one, I've gotten pretty good at folding. Also, I'm not putting my cards in the bag when I make them. Because these are expensive, these cards. I have a huge amount of inventory that have cards in that hasn't sold for 3 years. So I've wasted all those cards. So I'm putting the card in the package when it's getting mailed out. That way, I'm not wasting a lot of cards, and I don't have to keep buying them. So I put the sticky note on here. I scotch tape it. One little trick I found from Daily Refinement. He glued down his, I can't show you because it's glued down here, my scotch tape dispenser, so that I can just use one hand. It doesn't move. I can use one hand to rip off the tape. It's just a little thing, but it saves seconds. So I'm weigh the package with the bag. It'd help if I turned it on. 7.2, so that means it's 8 ounces. Write that on here. And this is going to go in a men's. So I have to go see where I have room in a men's bin. I can see right up there, there's room in WM. I have lots of rooms in the men's bins. I won't have to make a new men's bin. I had to bring my clothes basket over here. Throw these in. So that's how I'm measuring these men's shirts. I'll measure everything that I photographed today. The things that are hanging upstairs, I'll go up there and measure them and write on a piece of paper everything for the listing. And then those will be the things that I'm going to put in drafts for tomorrow. So that's what I'm doing today. What are you all doing? Bye.